Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, The Journey Home. I'm your Dungeon Master, Darby, and joining me as always are Zoe, playing Sevia, Emily, playing Beatrice, Laura, playing Conrad, and Johanna, playing Fall. Let's jump into this. Where we last left off, the party were thoroughly outmatched by Archon as the banished Fall found themselves running through the streets of Serata, trying to find their home, and was pulled away by Krull dropping the banishment spell just as they were knocking on the door. Conrad, in the process, was downed, and while Sevia was able to stabilize him, Archon picked him up as a contingency, then killed him, immediately reviving him so that he would be conscious for to see what crossing him looked like before throwing him into the planar portal to who knows where. Beatrice immediately chased right after him, and followed by Sevia dragging Fall through. And we're going to start with Conrad. Conrad, roll me a dex save as you find yourself falling through the treetops.
Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Conrad dies. That's a 14.
14. I think, are you a high enough level rogue that you don't take any damage on a success?
Oh, I don't think I don't think I do, unfortunately. I never got up to that level yet.
Yeah.
I'm rogue 6, so yeah.
Actually, no, that's a close enough that, like, yeah, you're kind of bumping. There's enough kind of like branches covered in foliage, kind of that you're bumping into on the way down.
To justify me not immediately dying for the second I get here, I'll burn another bonus action, Form of Dread.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Just like reflexively, that just happens as he falls through, and it just whatever like battering that happens still brings him down to 1, but yeah.
I think and we'll say, like, yeah, it pretty much takes all that damage.
Yeah.
So you find yourself in an unfamiliar place. And probably not. It's a settlement of some sort. Of treetops, of treetop housing.
Okay.
The air is thin, which, roll me a nature check.
All right. Just one moment. What's my nature? +3. Okay. So 15.
15. Yeah. So the thinness of the air suggests a higher altitude, so possibly mountainous.
I see. He's pondering to himself as he's just like staggering along. And again, he would have looked around and seen no sign of anyone else, I imagine, either. So, yeah.
Yep.
He also realizes for a moment that his bike isn't there. It's just like, just curses in Serata. But then it just kind of just hobbles along. Yeah, because he's on 1 hit point. So I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
As you're getting your bearings, you see a halfling who has his sword at your neck, a shield in his hand, in his offhand, green armor, short brown hair. He said, "All right, what are you doing here? Who are you? And why did you just fall out of the sky?"
Conrad throws his hands up immediately, and he's like, I am Conrad. I am from it looks around a different world, I believe. I was thrown here by someone called Arkan. I think I died. This is
Arkan?
Yes. You know of him?
Come with me. And he holsters his sword and helps you up and starts leading you along the treetop settlement.
Excellent. Cora looks very chastened, but he just follows this person along.
Yeah. Beatrice.
Yes.
All right. You find yourself within a grove. The willows around appear to be centuries old, and you can just make out in the distance a small temple.
Okay. Beatrice will sort of, she's flying, so she'll sort of fly up a bit and look around, and the temple's the only sort of establishment she can see. There's no sort of township or anything.
No, just the temple.
She flies towards the temple then.
All right. As you approach the temple, you see a tall figure tending to a nearby garden. His hair long, shaggy, and pink. Hey.
Hello.
We don't often get visitors here. Not folk who don't know me anyway. I'm Clay. He's got almost bovine features that you see in his kind of like very relaxed smile.
I fell through a portal. Well, not fell. I threw through it because a friend was thrown into it, and I ended up here.
I've done that once or twice.
Fair. Where am I?
This is the Blooming Grove. Would you like some tea? Maybe we can work out what's going on.
Sure. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Right, come on in. And he leads you inside the temple.
Potters along after him. All 5 feet of her, staring up.
What a height difference.
Oh,
That's a beautiful visual.
Yeah. So, Thevia and Fall, as you drag through, and like as Thevia drags Fall through the portal, you find yourselves in a settlement of some sort. It's not particularly large looking, but it's not particularly small either. There are standard day-to-day goings-ons happening. And you see in the distance a man in heavy armor being followed by a number of strange figures, amongst them a creature similar in construction to Exley. The Exley-like figure has in his hand, or in their hands, a book which it periodically appears to write things into.
Right, I don't see Conrad anywhere. Or Beatrice?
Sevia is like still crying and bleeding and like just gripping Fall's hand, and she's just shaking, and she like pulls Fall as close as she can, like fully just wraps her arms around them, like buries her face in their chest for a second and cries a little bit, and then kind of without letting go, she like looks off towards this figure and she goes, help, please, we can't find our friends, please help us, please.
Can't find your friends, you say? Might be a job for the Darrington Brigade. Doty, take this down. It's a small bleeding girl and her blue horned friend came up to me. I knew that there was truly a job to be done. Her words only confirmed my suspicions. She said, help! We cannot find our friends.
Yes. You haven't seen a short human, black hair, pale skin, heavily injured?
I used to travel with a folk like that, but he hasn't been around for years, decades at this point.
Right, so
I would be, frankly, I would be at both times terrified and elated if he returned.
Okay.
Sorry. We were just with, we were in hell and there was this dragonborn, Arkan with a hand of Vecna, and he threw our friend through
Vecna?
here, and then we ran after hand of Vecna, and our friend Beatrice, she's a Kenku, and she has wings, and we can't find them, and we need to help them. We need to heal them.
Yes.
Don't know where they are.
I think I might know who to reach out to.
Please.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Come with me. All right.
It is probably very difficult for us to follow because Celia just will not let Fall go. So they are like shuffling unless Fall does something about it.
Fall is holding on tight to Xavier. Just kind of numb, following along.
We follow along with the Darrington Brigade, which, from memory, since for the audience's sake, I also have not watched Critical Role Campaign 1. I believe they're a group of candy-themed combatants.
I don't think so.
I thought
not
one
as
of-
far as I remember.
Is it
No,
one
no,
of
the
them
Darrington-
Marzipan?
Darrington Brigade was one shot that came well after that.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
I just remember
get them
one
known.
of them was named Marzipan, I think. But Sevia is just like crying and bleeding. She keeps forgetting she can heal herself, so she hasn't yet. And she's also just looking at this colorful cast of characters, just like, where are we?
Okay.
Meh, 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 meh.
With that, we will return to Conrad. So, yeah, the halfling, on your way to wherever it is he's leading you, introduces himself as Orem.
I don't know Critical Role very well, but I have watched Extended Unlimited and season 3. And I like Orem very much. Hopefully, he's still around by the time this airs.
Yeah, we
Cool.
are filming this
Little
back
aside.
in November of 2021.
Yes,
So
it's
that
been
also
3
means-
episodes so far.
That also means that I don't have the updated stat blocks that are coming in Taldore Reborn. So I'm using the character sheets that Crit Roll stats have extrapolated from watching the campaign.
Excellent. But yes, this is very fun. It's exciting. Yeah, excellent. And Curry will be quite like he won't be as well. Curry isn't very talkative normally anyway. Except when he's trying to show off. He's certainly not trying to show off at this point. He's a lot more furtive
Okay.
as we
So,
travel.
Yeah. So, Aram starts with, just stay here to start with. I'll speak with her, and I'll call you in when she's been caught up. All right.
I see. All right. Again, I thank you for this.
He goes in, and you're waiting around a little while as you see there are some people kind of jetting by on these sort of sky like wing type things. They're almost like upside down hang gliders that sort of kind of catch the air in a strange way, and people are moving from tree to tree exceptionally fast on them.
Conrad's like he wherever he's studying, if he's like can lean up against something, he will. Otherwise, he'll just sit down on the ground, just like stare up at this. Like he probably is like just again very like lightheaded anyway because of the elevation, and also because he's just not 100% at the moment. But at least he stopped bleeding, and he just like sits there and just like looks up at the sky, just in wonder at this sight for a very long time.
Yeah.
While he's waiting.
After a moment, Orem comes out and he says, "The voice of the Tempest will see you now."
Okay. Thank you. Is this to talk or to something more hostile?
To talk. More than likely.
Good.
She knows a thing or two about Archon.
Is there anything I should say or do?
Just let her know what you know. Don't do anything stupid.
I will try my best. I do not have good track record with women. Not in the way that probably implies. I appreciate this, Orem. Thank you. And Conrad will enter.
Yeah.
Again, not just very, very slowly. He'll stagger in.
Yeah. So you enter and you see a woman dressed in at this point browns. There is a large mantle that looks like a beautiful pattern of autumn leaves draped around her shoulders and down her back, and she has almost a crown adorned with significantly sized antlers. She despite the reverence that that Orem seems to place upon her, she doesn't look like she could be much older than, like, she's half elven, and they tend to age fairly slowly compared to humans as it is, at least visually, but even so, she doesn't look like she could be much older than early 20s, maybe mid.
Much older than Sylvia then.
But the eyes betray a maturity much older than the physical form.
Interesting. Corey doesn't quite know how to behave. So he's just very quiet and just looks like very, very young at the moment. Incredibly vulnerable because he is. Hello, I thank you for seeing me.
Orem said you said something about Arcan?
Yes, Arcan was the name he spoke of himself. Yes, a dragon looking fellow, I believe. Very
Yep,
tall.
that's him. That is him. All right.
You know of him?
Yeah. He fought alongside us to slay Vecna. And then, while we were mourning the love of my life, he cut his hand off, stole the hand Vecna for himself, and teleported off.
Very terrible. That is, yes. My condolences. That is, sounds like him, from what little I know of him.
So, what kind of run-in did you have with him?
I think potentially he killed me. Although I'm not so certain, this is not really how death is meant to feel, so I don't know. I was with some others. We have been sort of flung through this space from one place to the next. We were in a place that they call hell. And we met Arcan at the behest of one of the group's idols, I suppose. He wished for us to. Arcan had stolen from him something that we needed to return home to our plane is the word that it has, I believe.
Yeah.
And well, we did some things because Arkan requested something in return. He was planning things for his god, I believe it was. And I think he spoke a word of Exandria.
What was he
I'm not certain.
What was he planning with Tiamat?
Yes, that's right. Tiamat was the name I think he gave to his god. Something to return her or bring her to somewhere. To Exandria? I do not recall. It is difficult to recall. He was making some sort of magic We tried to stop him to get back our thing, and then it didn't go well.
Okay. That is not good.
That is the most of what I recall. If there's specifics I may be able to remember, it is a bit hazy at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you don't know where your friends are?
No. I do not
Okay.
know if... I presume this is a different place. Perhaps the place he spoke of. I do not know if they are still there or if they live. I do not know where they are.
All right. And she takes out a sort of crystal ball type thing. So this can be used once a day.
Magic.
Yes, it's a scrying eye. If you can work out where your friends are, then I can maybe open up a connection.
You would help?
If it sounds like Archon's bringing Tiamat in, then I think we're going to need as much information as possible. That means getting your friends back to you.
I see. I thank you.
And she hands you the crystal.
He takes the crystal, shakily, and just looks at it. So this will help me try and find them, or to see, and then I am to report to you.
It will help you to see where one of them is.
I see.
Then once I know, if I know of a tree in the area, then I have some magic I can do.
I see. Karen looks a little bit like he furrows his brow, but he's trying to think. I see. Thank you. Will this work immediately, or do I need to be
Doesn't
near
require
it for a while?
attunement. It's simply a once per day thing.
Attunement. I see. Karen looks at it and looks a little bit silly and then tries to focus.
Okay. We will get back to that in a moment. Beatrice. So you are having tea with this furball who introduces himself as Caduceus Clay, but insists call me Clay.
So, was with my friends, and there was a series of things happened. It's not too important exactly what happened, but there was this dragonborn named Arkan who had the hand of Vecna who wants to bring Tiamat. What?
Oh, it just doesn't sound good. That's all.
No, he wants to bring take Tiamat to Exandria, wherever that is.
Oh no. And this, this is Exandria. This world.
Yes, so Arkan came through and is attempting to bring Tiamat with him. My friends and I were trying to... He'd stolen something from a friend of a friend. We were trying to get it back, and we failed. as you can probably tell. And she sort of gestures to her bloodied self.
Oh, yeah. We can probably do something about that. Let me see. And he is going to cast. Does he? Yeah, he's just gonna straight up cast heal on you, which is how much healing? I believe it's quite a bit. Heal is 70 hit points.
Ooh. Thank you. It just sort of like cracks her neck a little bit and her wings stretch out a little bit. My friends came through too. I need to find a way of finding them.
I don't quite have anything for that today. But I could see what I can do. Do you like the tea?
It's delicious. I've never had tea quite like it.
Yeah, we grow it here. It's nice.
You grow your own tea leaves?
Yeah. There's nowhere else that quite gets it like that.
It's very good.
It is. Sevier and Fall. So, he was saying that you were being attacked by a dragonborn who
Yes.
possessed the hand of Vecna.
Yes, he had a weird hand.
It was green.
Oh dear. Well. I think we might need to reach out to a friend of mine, but I don't know how best to do that. There's a few friends that I can reach out to, but it might take a bit of a trek. I don't quite have the resources to do it myself. I build things, and there's a little bit of magic to it, but nothing that can go through long spaces in short periods of time. I mean, I could ask the brigade, but I don't know if any of them quite has anything either.
No, thank you. If you can get anything to try to find the others.
We'll tell you anything you need to know. Sorry, what was your name again?
Tyrion Darrington.
Now, here's a question, Darby. Because would Sevia know his name?
Roll me a history check. It's a very high DC.
Yeah, I figure.
How's
You know, what am I doing? I've got to use my gold dice. the gold dice fucked me. Okay. Now, Darby, is that high DC gonna get beaten by a 16?
No.
Ah, rats. Okay, Sevia's never heard of Taryon Darrington before. Wonderful to meet you. I'm not quite myself at the moment. I'm a Sevia Rodibin.
Pleasure to meet you. And your friend here.
Yes, I'm full. The he they pronouns.
Wonderful. You know what? I'll have Lawrence set you up with a room for the night. We've only got the one to spare, but if you're adventurers, I'm sure you're used to roughing it on the road together. This will be one step up from that.
No, that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. I will say, if there's anything that can be done to expedite the process, that would be one of our Arkin killed one of our friends and brought him back, but then immediately threw him through the portal, so we don't know how he is. So
Oh dear.
sorry.
Just kind of numbly hugs her.
Sorry, I'd normally be so much more excited to meet you. You look like you know so many things, and I feel like I'm really wasting an opportunity to talk to you, but it's just been a very stressful half an hour. Apologies, Tarion.
Of course. Conrad. Back in Zephyr. What are you doing?
How do I use the thing? I'm
You
focusing.
simply try to focus on a person. And so who are you focusing on?
Fall.
Fall. All right. So, I don't think there is a save DC associated with this, so I think it is your save DC, but the good thing is there will be things that make it harder for Fall to save. So Fall, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw? What is Conrad's DC? Okay, it starts at a 16.
Nice.
And then
I rolled a 12.
Oh, we don't even need to look at the modifier. But yeah, like the save is harder because because Conrad knows you well, and probably is able to do other things to in the connection side of things. So Conrad, you see this this image of like Fall with Thevia by their side, speaking with this this man who is decked out in armor, with an automaton of some sort by his side. This one gold instead of the kind of silver and wooden look of Exley.
Cora tenses for a moment. He's just generally tense again.
And
Very woozy.
yeah. So the man is probably where is he? There he is. The man appears to be probably 50s. His blonde hair probably going a bit white, but yeah, very much like the Van Dyke goatee kind of thing going on. And yeah.
Alright. So Conrad tries to like focus on this side. and will just like note down everything mentally that he's seeing. But he does momentarily. They're there, and so is Sevia. And then he just like tries to just focus really hard on what he can see for as long as he can, or until he thinks he has enough information. And then he looks up at Keyleth and he's like, I have seen them. They do not appear to be where they have been before. Perhaps they are somewhere here as well. Not here.
That stands to reason.
This plane.
Was there anything around them? Anything identifying?
Yes, they were talking to a man, and he also had there was also an individual made of metal, much like a previous traveling companion of myself. Appearance is as thus, and Conrad describes the appearance.
Before you say
Dot points.
appearance is as thus, she says she stops you. Gold metal.
Yes,
Uh,
nice looking.
she changes her face to look like the man you saw, but probably about 20 to 30 years younger. Was this the face?
Conrad stalls back and he's like, that is an interesting look. Similar appearance, perhaps father or that is younger face, more different appearance, but very similar, I believe. Yes. That is interesting. Is this permanent? Do you look like this always now?
She returns to her own face. I know
My
exactly
apologies.
where we're
I
going.
again am not great with women.
I know exactly where we're going.
Oh,
By some stroke of luck, they've stumbled upon an old friend.
oh, that is most fortunate. Good.
It really is.
Yes, that is very good. Excellent. I thank you again. Ooh. Will we go now? Is there something, or is that something you must prepare because of your magic?
It's something I use often enough that I just have it prepared.
I see.
All right. Just tell Mum and Dad that I'm going. Keep an eye on the place and take you to Deerstock.
Okay. Yes. Where would you like me to wait? Just here? I do not know how close by your parents are.
Just wait here.
Cora just stands there awkwardly.
Right, and
So again, looking very dizzy.
departs.
Very young.
Beatrice. So you have been speaking with Clay. Tell me about your friends.
Well, there's 3 of them currently. There were more, but one kind of disappeared a couple of lands ago, but he's fine. We know that he's okay.
That's
the
good.
ones I'm looking for, there's 2 humans and a tiefling. The tiefling is a blue tiefling, fairly tall. I don't know, everyone's tall compared to me.
I know a blue tiefling. What am I talking about? Probably not the same one.
No, they're yes. Well, they're usually around the female human of our group. She's quite small, dark skin, dark hair, very nervous. They're both very nervous. One's a wizard. She's quite smart.
The wizard, the nervous one?
Yes.
They often are. In my experience, they're either nervous or overconfident. Nervous ones seem to be good people.
That has also been my experience. And then there's the other human male who's a little bit shorter than the tiefling. He's very, very, very pale. Recently, he's been almost sort of dead looking. Dark hair that sort of goes swoop. And always tends to have an air of better than everyone else.
Huh.
It's quite pompous.
I'd keep an eye on that kind of behavior.
I have.
Alright. You seem like good folk. From what you've shown me of yourself and what you've told me of your friends. Sorry, I don't have anything prepared today to... Actually, maybe Dad might have something.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gets up and potters, like, out of the room, deeper into the temple.
It just sort of sits there like, oh. Like she's like, I don't think he wants me to follow. I'll stay here and drink my tea.
Okay. Sevia and Fall.
Oh goodness, Xavier, I forgot that I can heal. How are you? Here we go.
Oh, goodness, darling, thank you.
14 points of healing.
Thank you. That brings me up to a whopping 26.
Oh, doing good.
Doing so great.
Oh.
Do you need any healing? Sorry, I'm...
No, I don't think so. I healed myself when I was back at Sarata.
Sarata?
Yes, I was there for a short time. It looked the same. And then I came back in with a Conrad.
So what happened to Conrad back in Barovia then?
Oh, yes, the same thing. Yes, you're right.
That's good. In a way,
Yes, I was going to ask my old boss for help, and then I came back.
Well, I am glad you were back.
Yes,
Even if the site you came back to was I know you weren't gone very long, but I missed you.
I missed
thought
you.
you were gone.
I didn't know what was going on, what was happening to all of you back there. I just wanted to get back as quick as I could.
As always, only bad things were happening, darling. It's a safe assumption to make.
Yes, I think we've been lucky so often that I thought the streak would continue, but maybe that no. But maybe these people can help us and we can find the others, at least.
Yes, well, Sevia actually takes her glasses off and just rubs her face a bit. And she hooks them on her necklace. This, Tarian seems as if he knows what he's doing. If Exley was anything to go by, then as long as his construct friend doesn't, suddenly decide that he no longer likes the humans around him, we should be fine. Sorry, that was me. No.
No,
She like buries her face in Paul's
fine.
chest. No.
Oh goodness. No, they seem to be adventurous or something that they should be able to help, I hope.
Yes.
At least a room for the night.
Maybe our luck will extend that far.
Maybe so. Come then, should we try to find the room and patch ourselves up?
Yes, that might be something to do. And see, we all like, I'm assuming like Doty and Tarian are like a meter away from us, just politely pretending not to hear us.
Yeah.
Probably sorting out the room as well.
As we sob. And they were sorting out the room, that's all right. But yeah,
Maybe.
they've probably been waiting, and Sevie is like, she puts her glasses back on, which just makes her eyes look even like bigger and more shiny. And she just goes, thank you once again, Tarian and Doty, was it?
Doty.
We had a friend much similar to you, not long ago.
Doty.
Maybe a little bit similar, unsimilar.
Doty.
Very unsimilar.
Yes.
At that moment, Fall, you hear a strange creaking sound from out the back of the house. Almost akin to it almost sounds like a tree ripping itself in half from the center.
Oh, what's that?
What's what?
Did you hear that? It sounded like someone's like, I don't know, chopping wood? It's like chopping down a tree? Never mind.
Tree?
I don't know, it's just very loud. It's not an attack or anything, right?
We should check it out. Maybe it. And Sevia's eyes go really big for a second. As like, again, like she kind of looks like she's math memeing for a second as a bunch of little things fall into place in her brain. And she goes, Exley used to travel by trees. Remember, that's how he got out of Valaki. Someone could be traveling through the trees. And she like grabs Foal's hand.
Yes.
Oh, that's what you're hearing. Yes, probably Keyleth ducking by.
A common.
Been a while since she's been through, but no friend of mine.
Not a threat. Good.
Definitely makes the business of reaching out to a friend a lot easier.
Oh, so should we be able to help?
Right. Do we check it out?
Yes. Come meet your second member of Vox Machina.
Well, okay.
Oh, yes, I forget, you're not from around here. We're quite famous. Particularly on Taldore, but still a bit here.
Oh, adventurers?
Heroes of the realm.
I see.
Well, not to discredit you, but, we've met many people like that, so...
I would imagine
Technically,
so.
depending
if
on
you
who you
are
ask, we're heroes of at least 3,
impressive.
or enemies of 1. I don't know, it's hard to feel like a hero when all you do is this. She just kind of flaps.
All right, come along. Come along.
Trot, 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 trot.
And you go down to the back door, and Tarion leads you along the way, and he opens the door, and you see in front of you, in front of a now resealed tree that looks as if it had never ripped itself apart at all. A half-elven woman, and Conrad. Is this Sam?
Conrad turns around because he'd been looking at the tree, kind of like closing up in wonder. And he turns around, and then his like eyes widen. He looks horrible. And he's like, "Yes, yes."
Conrad, it's you. You're alive. Paul will just like run over to Conrad.
Sylvia is also running over to Conrad.
Look him up and down. Oh God, you look terrible.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
heal you.
Sylvia.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, healing. I can do that.
Sylvia also like tackle hugs Conrad around the middle, and
Conrad just looks quite surprised. As he gets smothered by people healing him, I suppose.
Whopping 11 HP healing.
Thank you. It all helps.
Keela's just she's gonna stick to a 3rd level for now. How much did you give him for?
11.
11 over 2
11.
spells.
I've got
Yeah.
12 hit points now.
And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus a wisdom is 18 additional points of healing.
Thank you.
another 11 points of healing.
Incredible. That's not even close to half, but that's still something. So thank you. The car just like looks like very like surprised and a little bit like but like just gets smothered by people tackling or healing him. But yes, this looks very big eye. Like, thank you. That I feel more awake now. That's good. You're here. He just says, just kind of like standing there while he's being hugged by Paul and Sepia.
Yeah, Sepia just like nods. She's crying, but he probably can't tell because there's also a lot of blood everywhere. So,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, she's just hugging him and just crying.
Yes. We arrived here with some adventurers or something, and they said they're going to help.
Oh, goodness, other adventurers.
Yes, I
I'm
think so.
glad. Good, and you return, so that's good.
Yes. I had to hand back the focus thing, the dial.
Oh, that's how. That's how it happened. I see.
Yes, and then he still betrayed us and threw you through, and then we all came to find you.
Just a lot of kind of like Conrad's just very quiet for a moment, just blinks a lot. Like, I see. Thank you. I thank you. This is most fortunate on this sort of day.
Yes, no, it's so good to see you alive.
Yes, where is Beatrice? Off with the adventurer party?
Oh, yes. I don't know where she is. I don't think anyone's seen her.
Ah,
She did fly after you. She looked alive, hanging in there.
that is good. As good as can be said for all of us. This is fortunate. He kind of like just he tries to like turn and just like still being hugged by both of them, so he just kind of just like turns his head uselessly towards Keyleth. He's like, and then looks at her and then looks at this woman, Keyleth. She has heard of Arcan before.
Oh,
Really?
We actually fought alongside him briefly to banish Vecna, and in the moments after, he took the hand for himself and bamfed out.
A common
Let's see.
occurrence, it sounds.
He makes a habit of it.
yes, not the best type. Well, my condolences on that front.
Sevia, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh no.
Sevia, where are you? Are you with anyone?
Conrad would feel her arms go like super tight around him, and then she like fully takes a step back.
Cool, yeah, because once the second she does that, Conrad kind of like just like judders up, like arcs up, like, but then when she steps back, he kind of just shudders a bit. It's just like, it's very tense. But then he just like, oh no one saw me do that. That's fine. Everything's normal. This is cool. Yep.
And she's like a little bit glassy eyed as she goes, sending. And then she thinks her reply. Oh no. 25 words. She goes, Conrad Fall and I are together with Darrington and has Keyleth mentioned her? Has Conrad mentioned Keyleth's name?
Yes. He has.
Yes. So Darrington and Keyleth. We know not where Beatrice is. But I can ask, where are you?
Okay. Use another sending because he's got a few of his lower level slot, like mid level slots. I am in a city. Zadash. Outside the invulnerable vagrant. Do you have sending to reach Beatrice? Or should I reach out?
Just very quickly, Darby, off the top of your head, what level spell is sending?
It is a 3rd level spell. Do you have it
Let
prepared?
me flip to that part of my book so I can tell you. I do!
Nice.
And I even have some spell slots. Okay, so Sevia will reply and We will work out how to get you to us or us to you. I can contact Beatrice and then report back to you promptly.
Okay. He doesn't respond, like he has nothing to add to that, you gather.
That's very modern kind.
Well, he might need the spell slot for another sending late. Like he has a few spell slots, but that he can use sending with, but he's
You
quickly
just-
running out of them.
You see
And
a
if
quick
he's gonna need
scene,
to-
8:51 p.m.
There's just feels in her brain. Yeah, he's seen it. Okay, cool. Not with an emoji respond? Alright. I'm kidding. Alright. Sevia's gonna because she would have said her responses out loud, but she has not mentioned that she's talking to Mordenkainen. So everyone's
Does she
probably just
often
watching.
talk to herself?
I mean, sometimes. Babe,
Absolutely.
what's going on?
Okay. And Sevia, again, she she is not really registering everything around her, and she spins in a little circle, and she starts moving her hands in the way that she does to cast sending, which is almost this it starts in her stomach and moves up her throat. When she's about halfway through, she just snaps out of this little trance she's in. She goes, "Where are we? Actually, sorry, that was rude.
Deer stock.
Deer stock.
Yes. Sorry,
Right.
who are you talking to?
Well, that was Mordenkainen.
Never heard of him.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Of the magnificent mansion? The private sanctum, the faithful
Oh.
hound? One of the most famous. But I'm doing
Well-
that thing again.
While Sevia's fluttering about this, Conrad, who's probably, I don't know, I presume, is Fall still hugging him or has Fall stepped away?
Probably stepped away a little.
Conrad just raises his eyebrows and just inclines his head towards Fall, probably right in front of Keyleth, and it's like, someone hasn't heard of Mordenkainen, he'd be shitting himself right now.
You're true. Oh, goodness, we have to let him know.
No, I've never heard of the guy directly, but we used to, when we had Scanlan with us, we'd have the mansion on the road from time to time.
Okay. Well, don't let on that you know him, because he needs he can't let his ego get too big. It'll threaten the realm, and it would be fun.
Fall.
Sorry, it's trying to lighten the atmosphere.
Well, you did a good job. And then Sevia will once again just shut off the people around her and do her little arcane things. And then she like she does with message, it's the magic moves up her throat and then she draws it to her temple. And she holds her finger there and she thinks really hard about Beatrice to try and forge that connection.
Okay. And what do you
and-
say? You're on the same plane, so it goes through without a hitch.
Yep. Perfectly fine. Beatrice, are you alive? Yes or no? We are all alive, and as well as can be. Where are you? We can try to meet. Then she waits.
So, Beatrice would have asked where she was, and I know where she is
Yeah.
because I know where the Blooming Grove is.
Yes.
So, Beatrice will answer, no, have died. Am in Blooming Grove, just outside Shady Creek Run. Are you together? How many words was that?
Oh,
think that was
you're
enough.
doing the counting thing. A friend of mine used to do the counting thing. You talking to someone?
Yeah, did it ever help? And that's probably like the last 5 words.
Usually not.
I can see why.
All right.
Sevia does have this moment when Beatrice responds no, where her animal brain panics, but then her Sevia brain kicks in, and out loud she goes, "Oh, ha ha, Beatrice." Just like in a disparaging tone.
Also alive then.
And then she listens to the rest of it. And she goes, okay, that worked. Do any of you know where Blooming Grove or Shady Creek Run is?
So Keyleth, I think I might be able to get us to a tree on the outskirts of the Blooming Grove. Same way that I got Conrad and myself here.
Yes, quite an impressive spell that you crafted. Truly covered space in no time.
Can you reach out and tell them to meet us at the edge of the grove?
Yes. And then Sevia will do the little hands again. Draw it up to her temple. Very funny, Beatrice. Can you meet us at the edge of Blooming Grove? We're coming from Deerstock by tree. Don't stand too close, please.
Okay. I'll meet you somewhere. Beatrice is like, Is everyone okay then? I guess I'll see you soon. How many words is it again?
25.
No, that's what Beatrice says.
She's got 3 more.
I'd have some more of that tea. I might have some.
All right.
Okay, good. She can meet us at the edge of the grove. Is there any other information you need?
No. I can. Are you coming, Terry? No. I have work to attend to. Okay. Good seeing you again. Always a pleasure to have you around. Good luck. All right. And the tree opens up again, ripping from the center. And and you see through the other side, not the backdrop of Deerstock, but the blooming grove. This kind of lush, forested area. Okay, go. Doesn't last long.
That's impressive. Oh, zoom, zoom, zoom.
Stride
Okay.
through.
All right.
Run.
Okay. So, Beatrice, after you had your messages, Caduceus says to you, well, I guess after that you don't quite need help in reaching out, since your friends reached out to you. I'll hold on to this just in case, though. Do you need some help getting to the edge of the grove?
Yes.
I'll get Calliope. We'll help you.
Thank you.
It's been a while since we stepped out for a bit. Few moons.
Good to stretch your legs every now and then.
And Caduceus gathers up his sister, quite similar to him, Burbolg, and the two escort you to the edge of the blooming grove, where you see your three companions awaiting you, along with a half-elven woman. And as the two groups see each other, that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Oh, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Have a great
Thank
week,
you for
everyone.
listening, everyone.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Hey, well, this is going to go.
Yes.
What
Welcome to
happened?
Wildmount.
Yeah, welcome
Goodbye.
to Wildmount. Good night.